They're there anytime you're looking for. They're there from morning to night time late. You can go there anytime, Monday to Sunday. So it's good. If you want to treat your wife or anyone, then don't look anywhere. Just use them. Wache joint. And we also have Cosmet Cocktails, who also support us in terms of being our sponsor. They specialize in cocktail business. So if you're doing a party or you're doing any special occasion, they also do cooking as well. So don't look anywhere. They can cater for any function that you are doing, either in the house, in the hall, anywhere you're doing it. No matter how big the event, they'll be able to manage it for you. So don't look anywhere. Their numbers will be on the screen at some point, and you'll be able to contact them. Then we also have Lady Dash Kitchen, who also specialize in a number of mouth-watering food that you'll be able to, like wache, diehuo, everything. You know, she also do takeaway. So if you're looking for a takeaway, don't look anywhere. We will have the numbers on our screen. Or if you're doing a party or anything that you're doing and you want to use Lady Dash, it is there. Lady Dash Kitchen. We will have the numbers on our screen. Issa, we will start with you. But today's program, we want to dedicate it to all our young people who are starting university fresh.
Yep.
You know, a number of young people have contacted me. They said they're starting uni today in the UK here, and I think that they need our support with all the confusion about the virus going around again, and we don't really know what is happening. So we dedicate this program to them in terms of what is happening. Issa,
Yep.
PPP has become the second political party to go into the 2020 presidential election with a female candidate, Bridget Zogobenuku. Joe Beganuku. Yeah.
Joe Benuku.
Yes. And then we also have our own Nana Konadu Ajimai, Rollins, who has also formed a party, National Democratic Party. So, I mean, since independence as a country, we have faced several challenges, including bad roads, killing people, corruption, armed robbery, and insecurity. This has been going on over, even before I was born. You know, so we have different presidential candidates over the years. Who do you think is the right candidate for this 2020 election, and why?
Thank you so much. Greetings to everyone and our listeners, those who are watching us around the world at this moment on Omega Television. It is a pleasure for coming here to deliberate what our country is all about, the political situation in our country. My regards to everyone. And in the first place, let me say a big thanks to our people in the UK, the Ghanaian community in the UK, yes. Omega Television, and then let me say big thanks to the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, and the people of the country, especially chiefs and queen mothers and everyone. The children that have just finished exams recently, that is the BCE in Ghana, we are wishing them all the best, and I hope they'll come out with a good grades and get to the university and then continue to develop so that our country will get into a very good standard. Yeah, coming back to your question, we congratulate the PPP.
Yeah, who do you think is the right candidate to take Ghana forward?
Yeah, the right candidate is the one who is on the seat now. That is His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And the reason is simple. He just took office 2017. And if you look at the way he's handling things and how he's moving the country, the direction of the country is very, very incredible. People have seen around the world are recommending him the way he's handling issues. Any issue that come around, he handle it in a professional way. People have seen that, yes, he is matured when it comes to handling a country or people within the country. Every crisis that comes, he put his foot down, handle it properly, and then it goes on well. Something that we haven't seen for a long time, and having the population of about 30 million people.
Something that from 1957 we have not seen for a long time. Is
Yes.
that what you are saying?
Yes, that is
Okay.
what I'm saying, because if you look at it, something like the Free Senior High School, we haven't seen it in Ghana before. What we've seen was just three part of the northern part of Ghana that was allowed to have a senior high school.
Nkrumah time.
Yeah, that
was
is
Ghanaian
Nkrumah.
paying school, fees.
Yes, not all the regions. It was part of the northern region that was having free senior high school, but the rest of the country was paying school fee, and that is a fact. Nobody can argue that. But when he came into office, he looked at it and said, "No, everyone. The main reason is this: that if we want to develop a country, we have to look at the youth. We have to build a society, human society, that will bring development to the country." So he looked at it and realized that no, every child must have a basic education. At least if you get that foundation, you can be able to build a country by people getting to understand what development is all about. So he looked at it and realized that there are so many children in the country who has dropped out of schools, especially at least the NSJSS, and millions of them were in the street selling door chains and whatnot. And so we've witnessed this thing for so many years, over 3 decades. You understand? So if you include this 3 decades plus what coups has done, coup d'etat has done into our country, you could judge that yes, this is the best way of going forward by developing our children, bringing them to understand what the country is all about. And moreover, the children will be loyal, they will be patriotic to the country. You understand? Because every child, if you get the education, and it is the country that sponsored you, it's the country that look after you before you grew up to the level of being matured. You will be patriotic to your country. You work in a decent way. You have a clean mind to protect the country and guide the country. And that is the reason why His Excellency the President realized this, and he said, no, we have to give every child the opportunity to get the basic education, which is very, very, very important to every country in this world. So, in fact, he's the right person, and he did it just within the short period. And look at the amount of people that has got
So
into
if you
free
look
senior
at
high school.
education, you mentioned education a lot. If you take education there, you think anything else that can
Yeah,
put in there?
something like industrialization. Industrialization too is going on now, that we are putting industries in every region that people can get jobs, because not after education you don't have a job. And if you look at the statistic today, the employment rate has come down a little bit. Unemployment rate, it has come down. It has dropped drastically.
So Ghanaians can boldly say that since Nana Addo came
Yeah,
to power,
it is.
they have jobs.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
yes, that is what the report is saying.
Okay.
The report is saying, even the Ghana Statistics Service, they said that, look, in 2016, we were having the unemployment rate about, especially the youth, it was about 16%. But as at the past 3.5 years, it has dropped up to 12% from the youth. So it is not only me that I'm saying it, it is from the Ghana Statistics Service. And at that particular time, the whole collective unemployment was around 11%. And now it has dropped up to 8%. So you could see the differences. You understand? And this is what we are looking for. Because if the people, even if you look at the street, children and people are not in the street like the way they used to be. You understand?
What do you mean by that? Children and people?
Yeah, because
Are you
people were
talking about
hacking,
homeless
people were displaced,
families?
people were hacking all over. And
Vulnerable
even children were on the street like they are struggling to do something to get food to eat and whatnot. Most of them have gone back to either schools or either some work that they are doing. Privatization too has been done. People have got their jobs back in the sense of this doing some that was going all over the country. People were losing their jobs, their private business were going, but now there is a stable electricity in the country. And those who were using those areas to have their jobs going on are now going back.
So in your view, what voters want in a president, regardless of what
Yeah, what voters want is to make sure that their life goes on, to take care of their families, to go every day with their businesses.
Is that happening now?
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Anybody who say it's
so
not
Ghanaian
happening,
voters can rely on Nana Addo?
of course, because they have seen the differences.
They're meeting their basic needs.
They have seen the differences because one, like I said, the free senior high school has taken burden out of parents. It has taken a lot of burden out of people's homes. People were selling their clothes, etc., to sponsor their children to go to school. But now all those monies are coming back to their pocket because the government is sponsoring, the government is facilitating all those things. They are not paying the registration fees, etc. And you can testify. There are so many, what do you call it? There are so many videos that people testify. Market women are saying it in public.
When you say so many videos, what do you mean? Like, is there something going on WhatsApp or?
Yeah, WhatsApp and social media, etc. And even sometimes some of the media houses.
Media in terms of?
Yeah, the media houses. Yeah, they are writing.
Are they saying these things?
Yes, everywhere. If you only have time to read certain things, you see all those things that people are testifying that look, this free senior high school has taken a lot of burden out of us.
Out of parents.
And that money come back to us. Let's take it for instance. A child who was going to secondary school would have been paying about 3,000 Ghana cedis per term. That 3,000 Ghana cedis is now going to the pocket of that parent.
Thank you.
And this is very, very significant thing to Ghanaians. And they are saying it. It's only those people who don't want, who are selfish and greedy, thinking that they should be wealthy and are not thinking about the country.
Okay.
They are the people who are against all these things because they were having some...
You want to learn.
Exactly. So please, Ghana is on the right direction now and people are very, very happy with what is happening in the country.
Thank you, Isa. Thank you.
Yeah. So Nana Addo is the best president that we should let him rule the country and let's see what happens.
Thank you. Mr. Dumba, we heard everything.
Yeah.
Do I repeat it or you just go straight with it?
Well,
you are laughing. I'm not sure why.
Because you know there are two countries in this world that when you pronounce them, you're not careful. You think they are one. There's one called Ghana, our Ghana. There's another called Guyana.
Okay.
In the Caribbean. For a moment, my brother Isa was talking. I thought he was probably describing Guyana, not our Kwame Nkrumah Ghana.
Oh wow! Yes.
Oh yes. And I would go through, I mean, before I tell you who is the right person, I'll just go through exactly the points he mentioned and then see if what he's painted actually fits the one sitting on the seat. He talks about free researchers and he says no one has done it before in Ghana. And Nana Addo is the first person. I think with all due respect, my brother Isa needs to go back and read his history. The very first person to put free SHS in Ghana from kindergarten all the way to university was Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Well, I did ask Isa during I did ask.
When the 1969 came, and there was a coup, 1965 coup,
yes.
it was Buzia, 66. It was Buzia that reversed all of them. Right? And then things like student loan were coming in for those ones. Right? The reason the Northern Scholarship Fund stayed was because the Northern Scholarship Fund was never funded by government of Ghana. It was because when Gottisberg was developing Ghana, the Gold Coast then, he brought labor from the north. It was deliberate to make the north a labor warehouse, so no schools for them. So by the time we got independence, they said, look, let's try and balance it. So the British government left a huge sum of money that was invested into a trust fund. The Osajifo realized that if I put that money down just to be paying for Northern Scholarship Fund, it's not yielding interest. Let me invest into a trust fund to develop Ghana, but there is the guarantee that it will continue. So I think we have to have our history right. In modern Ghana, since it was abolished, the first party that talked about bringing free SHS back was the CPP in 2008, when Dr. Pakwesi Indom was the flag bearer of the CPP. When Dr. Pakwesi Indom then formed the PPP, my brother Kate's party, as flag bearer in 2012, Again, he brought it and he said, I'll give you free education from kindergarten all the way to secondary school.
Okay.
If the NDC in 2012 manifesto, I would encourage my brother Isa to make our NDC manifestos his bedtime stories. Read them. If you go to page 25 of our 2012 manifesto, we promise free education. If you go to page 15 of our 2016 manifesto, we promise free education. Now this is the trick. I'm going to tell you that Nana Addo admitted that free HSS preceded him. 6th of March, Independence Day 2014.
Okay.
Go and look on City News. Nana Addo praised Mahama for starting free education. Right? It's there, live and colored, no two ways about that.
For starting progressive free.
Now the word progressive is an adjective. Right? The word progressive is an adjective. It says how you are going to do it. The noun there, the compound noun there is free education. Whether it's progressive or it's big bang, and there's a reason. See, the reason the NDC chose to go progressive is exactly why we are in a mess now. That is why we have got traffic light now, green and good. That is why parents are no longer paying a few hundred cedis in fees and are paying thousands of cedis for hostel fees for their wards. You have a child, you are in Kufuridua, the child has been posted to Choco SSS, no accommodation. You have to go and hire a place there for them. So when we talk about who started free SHS, final one, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, only last month, August 12. Go and read Ghana Web. He confirmed that the NDC started free SHS. Do you know why? He said the NPP government cleared 30 million debt of free SHS left by the NDC. Now, if the NDC hadn't started free SHS, where from that 30 million debt? Was this on some money that left it there? So we have to be very
that
clear.
Means, was it not communicated properly to the people? Because most people are not aware that these things happen.
Well, see, those, and I take the point. See, the NDC does the do. And that's what some journalists have.
What does that mean? Because our viewers may want to know. What
they do the job. When you are busy working, you don't make noise. At the panel home. Empty drums make noise.
And then you have a good policy, but then people don't know much about it.
The good thing is that the president, the current president, Nana Addo, confirmed that we started it. No 2 ways.
Okay.
Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh also confirmed that we started it. No 2 ways. He talks about stable electricity. Bawumia confirmed that Mahama cleared Dumsor, but does not deserve praise because he caused it. This government has not added 1 megawatt of power. It was the NDC that built all the power that has cleared Dumsor. So much so that as we speak now, go to the NDC MPP manifesto. I can find the paragraph for you. One of the achievements is that they are exporting about 70 megawatts of power to Burkina Faso. If Mahama hadn't mobilized that power, would we have it too? We are actually importing power from Cote d'Ivoire. Now we export, and you are taking it as a blessing. So when he talks about stable electricity, that's JM did it. He talks about what? Good jobs. Really? I'll use 2 examples. What they added and what they've taken away. They collapsed the financial industry. Ghana had a very well-balanced financial sector. From micro loans all the way to banks. World-class banks. GN Bank, Dr. Pakwesi Ndum's bank, that had branches. Only Ghana Commercial Bank had more branches than them. They employed thousands of guys. These guys collapsed it. These banks needed only 9 billion to be bailed out. You know about RBS.
You're making Mr. Lawson for the first time.
We give credit where it's due.
On this program, laughing a lot.
No, that's the truth.
Your face is shining up, Mr.
Yes, some of my family members.
It light up.
Yeah. No, some of my family members work in Dumdu's bank. Ghana is what is important. It doesn't matter the party. Right? These banks in the UK, when Halifax Bank of Scotland, RBS, Lloyds, they needed bailout. The government bailed them out to billions of pounds. So why? Because you wanted to keep the jobs.
How many times will they bail them out?
Let me land, my brother.
How many times did they bail them out? No, we are not talking about that.
When President Mahama,
because when I did my presentation, you didn't put yours. You were coming to mine, which is not the right thing.
Relax.
You see, how many times was they bailed?
I will come to it. Look, when President Mahama was in power, and I can talk about the financial industry.
You see, you need to ask
when
these
President
questions.
Mahama was in power, and we had shock waves in the financial industry, he did what a wise man did. He injected some capital into those banks. What you do is you can recapitalize the banks to keep jobs and take a stake in those banks as government. like what this country has done. Even capitalist America did it. Yeah? And when the banks are back to their health, government can then sell its stake back. What did we do? The banks needed 9 billion to what? Be bailed out. We used 22 billion to kill them. And we destroyed up to 48,000 jobs. ASEPA did a report recently. Up to 48,000 jobs. And you and I know in Ghana, in most cases, only one person works in the family because of the scarcity of jobs. So if you destroy 48,000 jobs, that's almost 100,000 households. In return, you brought us NABCO. NABCO is a good idea. But the problem with NABCO is, after 3 years, Obiang Konofie, no job. That is Sakawa employment. You want sustainable jobs, like the banking job. Everybody knows banking jobs were very lucrative. So you see, when he talks about all that.
Talk about NABCO now. Yeah. Some of the trainees do get job though. Do they?
Well, ask them. In our manifesto, we said when we come, we will make all NABCO employees permanent employees.
Okay.
Then they quickly did what they do best. Copy. They quickly said, oh, we will extend NABCO by 6 months and we may make some permanent. So that is the point. So when he talks about all these things, now let me tell you who should be. When you want somebody to lead, it's not about try me like we did in 2016. Or I only had 3.5 years, try again. So somebody said try me, now I say try again. This is not bingo hall where you are doing Tusibidi, try and try again. You want track record and you want what their plan is. If you look at track record, except for Osajifo Dr. Nkrumah, no other president in the history of Ghana can rival His Excellency John Dramani Mahama when it comes to development projects and lifting the lives of people. If you go to infrastructure, you can mention any of them, from health to education to anywhere.
What does voters want from?
Why was he voted out?
Voters want.
Let me land.
Why was he voted out in 2016?
Relax. I'll come to address you.
Listen, you're not asking questions. Asking questions.
What does voters want?
Good.
In a president, regardless of which candidates,
voters want a people's manifesto. And that is why you see that when a people's manifesto was put forward that said, look, the ordinary Okada needs to earn a living, we will legalize it and regulate it.
But how many?
Let me land.
Yes, I want to ask you something here.
Go ahead.
Okay, you talk about Okada. How many Okada drivers do you think we have in Ghana? And how many trotro drivers do we have?
I don't know.
Okay.
But what
now,
I know is
the
this.
Numbers.
No, the point is this. Every job matters. If I am home and the only difference between me going to bed hungry with water in my stomach and having bread is my father goes out, does Okada and comes home. Doesn't matter. Every job matters. Look, we have said this free SHS is a good idea, but it has been messed up. That traffic light system, when the NDC, when we came in 2009, not only did we create infrastructure to resolve the problem of Kufuor increasing SHS to 4 years without adding infrastructure, we cleared school and the trees. We stopped the shift system. You remember those, the Saito, afternoon, morning. What they did, they took us back there, and we said we will do that. You will see that even they themselves believe that JM is the best. Why? Because they have started copying all our manifesto promises. Yesterday, we said we'll pay all financial sector cleanup guys. What did they do? They suddenly found 3.5 billion from their back pocket to pay them. We said we'll add free, we extend free access to private schools. They started meeting private school people.
Okay. You come to that. You want to land.
Really, look, John Dramani Mahama is not only taller than Nanado in height.
Do you know why?
He's taller than him in achievement.
NPP are kind of plagiarizing or taking some NDC's ideas in terms of what you are saying.
I can list all of them and you tell me where they've come from.
We will come back to you. Thank you, Mr. Yosin. You heard it all. And then you also have a new flag bearer. And a lot have been said from Mr. Dumba about Paco Sindu.
A good man.
Yes.
For the first time on this program.
I think my honorable...
Do you know Mr. Dumba, just for the purposes of our viewers? No. Do you know each other?
I have just met him today.
You just met him? Okay, thank you. Okay.
And he spoke impressively. Because everything he said is true. Most important thing he's talking about, Dr. Papa Kusindum. You've seen this. You all know. This gentleman had 300 bank branches in the whole of Ghana. Nobody has ever done that. Not even Ghana Commercial Bank. That's about 180, less than 200 branches. About 185 branches in Nkrumah started. It's drained, it's gone down. That's Ghana Commercial Bank in those days. It's gone down. The numbers have closed down certain banks, branches. Dr. Ndom, a visionary gentleman, what did he do? He went to all the villages in all the regions, in all the districts to introduce his banks there. And his banks includes NPP, NDC, everybody, all Ghanaians. Staff. I know most of them. Most of them, I know them, they are NPP, because we didn't. In the group, we never employed you because you are a PPP person or CPP. We employed people on merit.
But now we're talking about your flag bearer.
Okay, yeah. We're talking about, yeah. We got our flag bearer, Bridget Jobwenuku. We appointed her just last Saturday. It's not even a week yet. She started working. She has started working. And what's so special about her is that, number one, you've already mentioned that she's a woman. That is fine. She's a woman. She's a young person. And she is very vibrant as well. She's not for turning. She's very serious, down to earth. She had experiences when she was growing up. And these experiences she's bringing into the work of a presidential material. That's what we need in Ghana. She empowered a lot of women to stand on their own feet, to work. She's taken being a vice presidential candidate.
Hold on, please. We also want our viewers to ask questions. If you have any questions, please throw in, and so our panelists will be able to answer your questions. Go on.
Thank you, thank you. So we to continue with our flag bearer at the moment, we would Ghanaians will hear what she has for them. Of course, our manifesto is going to come out in the next couple of weeks. That's why you will see, Ghanaians will know where we're going. We've seen NPP.
People may want to know her skills. Because obviously you're not done, your manifestos are not out, so you may not be able to talk much about it. But then, looking at her skills, what is she bringing to the Ghanaians?
She's bringing new direction into our system of governance. She's already challenged
you
that.
Think Ghanaians are ready for a woman?
Of course. I mean, Ghanaians, she is a Ghanaian.
Yes,
she's a human being. Yes, we are ready for anybody, provided that person has got leadership qualities. Provided that person is a true leader of a nation. And a leader of a nation is somebody who looks after all the interests of everybody in the country, not just his political party members, or not just some of his families running a Japan business and all that on behalf of Ghana government. A genuine leader is the one who is in the middle. Who is in the middle. She has got a lot to offer Ghana, and that's why she is in.
Hold on.
She's coming into the competition. She's coming into the competition, and we will see what she's going to bring.
Mr. Yosin, sorry about this, but I think a caller will have a question for you. So, who is calling and where are you calling from, please? Hello? 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 I think we can't hear the caller. Producer will sort it out. You can go on.
Well, thank you very much. Nobody must ask questions. A woman. What about a woman carried the man in her stomach before the man was born?
Yes.
So even if a man that was
born
of a woman,
because in Ghana people are still paying bride price. And this is why I asked that Ghanaians are ready for this.
No, Mr. Kura, it doesn't
that
matter at all.
concept needs to kind of move on.
But in India, the women pay bride price to the men.
Yeah, they do. You see, we had a woman.
It's time for all this bride price and controlling where men in some tribe give a capital for a woman to start.
Let's take that to be a culture and tradition. That is brilliant. No problem. We had a woman in Mrs. Thatcher. Okay. We had a woman in Mrs. Margaret Thatcher.
Hello?
What did she do?
Hello?
Sorry, Mr. Yosef, we'll come back to you. Sorry, who is calling and where are you calling from, please?
Kingdom. She won elections 3 times.
Yes.
On the trough. So nobody should make a mistake to say a woman. A woman
Hello?
is equally capable as a man.
Hello?
Our mothers and fathers, they are the same. We are our parents.
This is what
So-
I asked.
My
the
name is
skills.
Sule, speaking from South Africa.
Oh, hello, Mr. Sule. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Sule. How are you? Yeah, go on, Sule. You heard it all. Oh, we lost Mr. Sule. Mr. Sule, you can call back, please. Yeah. Sorry.
You see, people are frightened now. They say she's a woman. She's a woman is equally capable. We don't want to talk about that. She's not a woman playing men's football. That's different. But this one, we are using brains to work.
Yes.
She has experienced things throughout
Okay.
her beginning. If you listen to his speech, if you haven't got a copy, I think I sent you a copy
Yes.
of her speech.
Yes.
You know, when we are outdoor.
Did she give you a message for the Ghanaian community? Because I know you had a meeting.
Yeah, she's coming. She's coming with totally new ideas, and you will see that within a couple of weeks.
Okay.
You see, what startles me is that today we have got our flag bearer. That's fine. Mr. Mahama is there already. Nana Akufo-Addo is there. The biggest problem he's got is that he has not finished delivering the manifesto promises of 2016. That's what Ghanaians are looking at. We trust him. We are happy that he came. So we are praying that he can deliver all of them. Not even one to be left out. And we've got only about 2.5 months to go. You know, that's what we have to talk about. The MPP promises, they were very good, spot on. That's what we want to see.
So what does voters want?
Yeah. Voters want. Voters want
this election. What voters want to see? What do they want?
Voters want somebody who is honest with their promises. Honest with their promises. Okay? So not to promise us one district, one factory, over 218 or 215 districts. That's what we want to
Sorry,
see.
Mister. Let's try. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, we are fine. You?
I'm all right. You're speaking to Sule from South Africa.
Yeah, Mr. Sule, you heard everything.
Yes.
Out of interest, what is time in South Africa now? What's the time there?
Now it is 11 o'clock.
PM or AM?
Yes, PM.
Thank you. Yeah. So
Yes.
you heard everything.
Yes, I heard everything. Yes, Mr. Kula. I am quite surprised at the NDC representative in your PG. You know, I know it is not out of character for NDC representative.
Mr. Dumba. Conrad Dumba, yes.
Yes, Mr. Dumba. I know it is not out of character for NDC representatives to keep on attacking Nana Addo. You see, when the NPP representative spoke, he did not even a single time did he mention John Mahama's name. But you see, Mr. Dumba, given the opportunity to tell Ghanaians why people should be voting for John Mahama, he ended up mentioning the height of the president, His Excellency the President. God created him that way. Insults will never win you election. Now, let's talk about this Okada business that they kept talking about. Okada is a lazy man approach. How does legalizing Okada constitute job creation? Look, I mean, when you say create something, look, how do you create something that already exists? Okada was already in existence when John Dramani Mahama came and outlawed it. So what he needed to do is to tell Ghanaians that he made a mistake by outlawing the Okada business. And now, when he gets in an unlikely situation where he's able to get power, he will legalize it. That is what he's supposed to tell Ghanaians. But you cannot tell me legalizing Okada constitutes job creation. You are not creating it. It is already in existence. So please, Mr. Dumba, when you have the opportunity to speak again,
I will let him answer your question for you.
Sorry?
I will let him answer your question for you.
Yes. So he should please tell Ghanaians what John Mahama can do and stop mentioning the height of the president.
Thank you.
God created him that way. When you make a mockery of his height,
I didn't
you are
hear
making
that
a
part. Did
mockery
you
of
actually
God.
say
Well,
that?
I
Thank
think
you very
see,
much.
Thank you very
He
much.
did that.
Did you?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
I didn't hear
Sule.
that
Sule
part.
is my brother. I think
Yeah.
Sule has to realize one thing. When we debate politically, you can occasionally have comments in jest. I'm a short man. Nanado is taller than me.
Yes.
So if by saying that he thinks I've insulted Nanado, that means I've insulted myself. But that is not the point. The point he wants to
No,
make
no,
there
go
is-
ahead.
no, you can take the call if
No,
you
no,
want.
go on,
Yeah.
go on.
The point is this.
This way.
See, the point is this. Of all the things I said, the only thing he heard about was Okada. And he's got it wrong. Sadly, he's our cherished listener. But we have to be very clear. Have you heard of something called Mahama Kandu? Ask him, he knows. I'm from the north.
Yeah.
I know what Mahama Kandu is. Mahama imported a lot of abubuya, gave it to the youngsters, and they were using it as part of the tricycle Okada.
And they are killing themselves.
Let me land.
killing themselves.
Let him.
Let me land.
Yeah.
That
You
is
have
one
the-
very lucrative job opportunity. You buy a Boboya for 4,000 cedis. Now, you can make a lot of money. You can buy a car for that much. But you see, the fundamental point is this. To say Okada is not job creation is a bit mischievous. Right? A research was done recently. Thousands of jobs, self-created jobs. These are sustainable jobs. They have no expiry date. Those jobs have no expiry date. So let's get serious. Legalizing something that is a source of livelihood to people is better than legalizing weed. How can the MPP legalize weed and then they don't feel shy to say we should legalize somebody's source of living?
Where did the MPP legalize weed?
My brother is not aware.
You see-
Weed, go and find out. Weed
all
was
these-
legalized. Weed has been legalized in Ghana.
But you
It has been
people
legalized in
ban-
Ghana.
you people put this
Mr. Kula, you see that
No,
my
that is- it's time.
But no,
Yeah.
I think that is the response to it. But I just
Thank
wanted
you.
to say, look, my brother here has made a good point. A woman, Dr. Agri said, if you educate a man, you educate an individual. Educate a woman, educate a nation. Yes, Antwa, when there was war in
Thank
Ashanti
you.
Kingdom, where were the men?
We will come back to. Thank you.
So
We
they
will
made a
come
good
to-
move. And
Sorry,
Ghana
who
shall
is
be ruled
calling
by a
and where are you
woman.
calling from, please?
Kula, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Ernesto. I'm calling from London.
Hello. Yes, go on, please.
Okay. I would like to extend my greetings to your panelists, especially Issa Ayoma, my senior communicator. I mean, he's doing a good job for the MPP.
Thank you.
Kula, I would just like to have a little analyze John Mahama and Nana Akufo-Addo. A little, just brief explanation.
Yeah.
We have John Mahama who propagate himself as he's gone out and he's made mistakes and he's ready to correct those mistakes, right? How can we have a former president that his whole life he's lived mistakes and he always wants to correct his mistakes? I mean, do we trust this person? Even his wife, Takra, he's married to Lodin and does he think he made a mistake by getting married to his wife? Because clearly he's made a lot of points that he tells us he made mistakes. I'll be brief. I only give you three. Free SHS, he rejected the idea. He told us that the nation will cripple. We will cripple our economy for free SHS. Fast forward now, he's promising that when he comes back, God forbid, he's going to make sure Ghanaians benefit from the free SHS or carry on from free SHS. This is someone that him and his whole family benefited from free SHS up north, even though his dad was affluent, rich enough to pay for their secondary school fees in Accra. Now, the nursing and teacher training allowance, he cancelled it. Now he's telling us that he made a mistake by cancelling the nursing and teacher training allowance. Can the NDC guy tell me, John Mahama think he made a mistake in that time? Where is he going to get the money to pay those people? Because he told us.
Thank you.
He told us that he's not going to pay that money,
even
if he's gonna lose election. My last point, Kula, is that 2013 he banned Okada to be used as a commercial entity in 2013. Why has he changed his mind in 2020 to legalize Okada for commercial purpose?
Thank you.
This is the man that have said that danger lurks around any decision that he takes in life. And he's also said that he cannot make decisions on his own. He's indecisive. So
Thank
where
you.
does former President John Mahama want to take Ghana back to? He should
Mr.
leave the
Yosef.
Ghana in the
Thank
hands
you.
of
Thank you very much.
the president,
Thank you.
who is doing fantastic job, and he should sit back and learn and tell his son how to govern. Learn from Akufo-Addo how to govern a country.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. You're saying you can continue, please. Yeah.
Yeah, you are asking me questions about
Yeah.
my flag bearer.
That's it. Yes.
And
You can answer that question when it gets
Yes,
to the
sure.
So go on. Yeah.
okay then, I have told you already that our manifesto will be published within 2 weeks, and we've got our flag bearer, whom we have outdoored. I'm telling you, she's coming in with a massive challenge. I was on NPP. I was on NPP's manifesto, which is
Now,
very
comparing the two manifestos in terms of NDC and MPP, do you think they meet the needs of the voters, and why? Because you're one.
I have to be very firm and honest. We can all write manifestos. It's not a big deal. Every manifesto
I'm
is
talking
good.
about ordinary people of Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Those in the street.
Thank you.
that
That's
don't
what I'm
meet their
explaining.
needs. Yes.
Every manifesto is good. I've never seen any rotten manifesto, except that they are not implementable. That is the word. The only difference is that implementation. They brag. You can brag and write manifestos, but in practice is a different thing. Not delivering is a different thing. So I'm standing here for my party, Progressive People's Party, to say that too many voluminous manifestos is not good for any purpose at all. The serious problems we have in Ghana are not being addressed in manifestos.
Hold on.
They are not. Most importantly, roads on which we drive. Go to villages and all that. Some villages, there's not even a road to drive your car to a village. Sometimes some people park
So
somewhere.
comparing it, it's not meeting.
No,
those
I'm not
needs.
comparing that. What we are talking about is the manifesto that you can deliver. That's why I'm attacking NPP for now, because they are in the chair. Their manifestos they brought last 4 years is very good. That's why they won the election. So I want to draw the attention of our Excellency Mr. Nana Akufo-Addo that the promises which he gave to us 4 years ago is not completed. He must complete them before 7th December. Otherwise, he must come.
3 months to go. You want Nana to complete
No,
every promise.
not that I want. He said, not that Ghanaians want.
Okay.
He said, but if it's undeliverable, we want him to be honest. The party to be honest, to say we are sorry. We promised 500. You gave 500 promises. We were able to deliver even 499. The reason you couldn't deliver that one, please be honest and explain and tell us.
Issa will be able to tell us
You know
when
what
he
I
gets to
mean?
his turn if they have been able to fulfill the manifesto
No,
promise of 2016.
No, we have seen it. That's why you asked me, do you want him to complete? We know he can't complete. So what is it?
How many manifestos? How
Is
many
it-
promises has he promised? How many manifestos?
No, you know it. You
are saying it here.
No, I'll tell you one. So
You are
how
saying it
many
here.
factories has he built?
Yeah,
And how many
yes,
people are
you are
employed?
saying it because
No, I'm asking a
the
question.
factories that he said, there are so many factories that have been built.
So many.
Yes, so
Now,
many of
what's the
them.
number?
Unless you don't want to
86
be
out of the 275.
unless you
86.
don't, that's what I'm saying. Unless you don't want to be honest, because he didn't say
No, excuse me.
only
I
the
think-
government that is
I
going
think
to
you
build.
have to rephrase your sentence.
No.
I'm dishonest.
Look, you are saying that how many has he built? And I said he has built a lot of them. And you are asking me
No,
that
excuse me,
how
a
many
lot-
of them?
a lot was
And
the
I said,
number.
look, unless you don't want to be honest
Issa,
to what he
can
has
you
done.
let Mr.
So let me finish.
Mr. You're saying land.
Yes,
so that
because
then
because
he's
he
coming back.
look, as we are here, we are trying to educate the people, to give the people the opportunity to analyze two political parties or the political parties. You understand?
Yeah, when you get
So
to
if
your
you are
turn,
misleading
but
just
someone-
because somebody is on the
when you
chair
get to your turn,
and you said
do you want the pen and the paper?
no. Look,
But
I
let
have
him
to
finish. Let him land. Because
Okay,
then,
right.
yeah.
You can
Thank
land.
you.
Yeah.
Go on.
We have we do not.
No, I'm okay.
We don't want to hear any new manifesto
Sorry,
from
sorry.
New Patriotic Party.
Yes.
Until they deliver what they have promised
So
us.
as far as you are concerned, the 2020 manifesto that has been prepared by MPP, you are saying that they need to finish or should have reflected on the first one, then the things that they have not done, mention it in the
Not that as far as I'm concerned. As far as Ghanaians are concerned,
Okay.
we expect all these promises to be delivered. Otherwise, we cannot keep accepting new manifestos undeliverable because we are going to general election.
Thank you.
No, excuse me. It was cutting sorts and all that, but the NPP cutting sorts, time they are wasting cutting sorts, was not in their manifesto. How come you cut sorts? Wait until if you win the election, you start to cut sorts. But they are cutting sorts, which is not in the manifesto. That is, you see, that is stopping them from delivering the promises.
No,
That's the fact.
I think you are misleading Ghanaians. Cutting salt is not part of the what
No,
the
no,
manifesto.
was that in your
Is that
manifesto?
what you are saying?
No.
Is that what the
What
he
Mr.
made?
Hold on, no, don't
He
look
made
at
it.
it. When you get to your 10.
No.
But no, this is what I said writing, because if
You see-
make
you see-
the-
no, it's not-
Mr.
I want-
Wait, it will get to your 10.
Right.
Please.
But if you
all
do-
Mr. Yossi is saying is that, rather than cutting the sword, wait until you are actually ready to
But
do
you
the-
cannot stop a government who is in power not to cut short to deliver what he wants to do. You cannot do what? You cannot do that.
No,
You cannot do that.
There are promises.
You see,
Yeah,
don't
but-
mislead Ghanaians because the shortcutting is he's in power and he realized that these are the areas that I have to deliver. I have to do the job for the people. So please, don't mislead Ghanaians.
Let him finish. Then when you get to your
No,
10,
if
this
you
is what
say
I
I should let him finish, it's
no,
misleading.
No. You should, because
Yes,
wait for your
because
10.
we are here to
You have to
educate
wait for
Ghana.
your 10, please. Wait for your 10. Go on, Mr. Yosef.
I am telling you, the cutting of the sword was not in the 2016 manifesto.
You cannot say that. You cannot say that.
So we don't want to know. He can cut anything. We don't want to know.
Yes, if you are not interested, that's you. But Ghanaians are interested.
No, when he say, please wait for your 10, please.
I don't want him to mislead Ghanaians.
No. But when you get to your 10,
Yes.
then say what. Go on, Mr. Yosef. We have a caller as well.
No, Mr. Kula, shall we do the business we are doing instead of callers? Callers can come to the studio.
it's okay.
I am telling you that the cutting of the swords is irrelevant. Finish the promises you have given to us. We must hold them accountable. If they are not able to deliver those promises, Nana Addo must come to apologize to the people of Ghana. After all, he's a human being just like you and me. He's no more human than anybody. We want honesty. If you are talking of a type of leadership and all that, it's not good leadership. When you promise a lot of things, you don't finish delivering, you think you're okay, you give you 4 more years and all that. It's not right.
You want to learn, please?
No, excuse me. You see, God has never communicated to him that 2021 he will be in power. Jesus Christ has not phoned him to tell him that. So why is he? Why does MPP think 2021 they are going to be there? No, you don't even know what happens next week.
Okay,
Let
thank
alone
you.
next 3 months. Because it is wrong. Ghanaians are demanding to know, to expect delivery of all these before 7th December. Otherwise, questions must be asked.
Thank you.
We are not stupid to be giving promises all the time for every 4 years. We don't. We
Thank
don't
you.
want to know
Thank you.
that.
Thank
So
you, Mr.
MPP
Yosef.
must take this seriously. We will take them to task.
Thank you. So, good evening, caller.
Good evening, Mr. Kula. This is Becky.
Yeah, Becky, I know I've seen your message and I think you have spoken and we know that. Yeah, thank you. We are
Yeah, but
addressing
you have to make a statement for all your viewers. I keep saying that this platform is an honorable one. And when people come and they make such statements, remember the first caller, the MPP caller, was accusing Comrade Conrad, that he was comparing the height of Akufo-Addo. It wasn't even an insult. He was just describing something. And then for another same MPP caller to come and say all that they are saying. And I will say this, that our manifesto is a people's manifesto. And you work within the social care sector and you know that whenever you are planning a care for a patient, it has to be a person-centered approach. You have to listen to the views of the wishes and aspirations of that client. And this time, we went to the people of Ghana, and they've told us what they want the next Mahama government to do. Therefore, when Mahama comes, the people are saying that we want you to legalize Okada. And these people, you know, I was listening to one of them has been able to build a house out of this Okada business. So if Mr. Ayoma, he keeps interjecting, and this is unprofessional, Mr. Kula, you need to moderate this program because people are viewing.
No,
if you keep doing that,
thank you, Becky. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ayona, just comport yourself and stop interjecting. Stop deceiving, throwing dust to the people. What has Akufo-Addo achieved? What has he achieved?
So what is your question? What is your question, please?
The People's Manifesto. That is what he's doing. He and his family. He's running a family and friends government. He has collapsed businesses. He has collapsed banks. And people are jobless. And you are sitting there and telling us that he has created jobs. And that employment is on the increase. Excuse me. You are sitting in the UK. And you are comfortable. So you think that people of Ghana are stupid or what?
Thank you, Becky. We have other callers. Thank you very much.
Show you and your MPP government how useless you've been. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah, okay.
He's coming around. Yeah,
Fine.
you will get your chance. I know, Issa. Yeah, thank you.
So I think look, the last caller just addressed the Okada point. I'm not going to dwell a lot on it, but I think he also addressed the fact that the previous caller basically insulted His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the wife. That is not acceptable on here. But if that's how they want to go, we will go to People's Manifesto.
No, we don't.
But see,
we don't.
The simple point, we will not engage in that kind of pedestrian.
Hold on, caller.
stuff.
Yeah.
The fundamental point here is on the matter of Okada. If any of us falls ill here or gets wounded, cuts ourselves, and you call 911 and they come, or even before they come, if you've had a cut, what do? You put a compression to stop the bleeding, right? And then you then investigate where the problems are. Is there internal bleeding and whatever, and decide what to do. That's exactly what happened. President John Dramani Mahama is not the type of leader who will say, oh, I was misled, somebody else did it. No. When Okada started, there was a lot of confusion on the streets. There was no legal regulation on it. It was a gray area. And that lives were lost on the street. So the immediate thing you do is what? You provide emergency situation, you ban it. When you go and you consult the people, that's what this is a People's Manifesto. The people said, look, regulate us. You can legalize us, but regulate us. So that if Conrad rides Okada and hits Kofi Kula, we will be able to trace him. And you can you can do that. Now, if we can regulate weed, and ask my brother, he should look up the National Narcotics Commission Control Bill 2019, passed into an act. We legalize weed. Why can't we legalize Okada? This country banned weed. People were arrested for weed. Even a pastor recently, Nanado's former pastor. Yet, when we do Okada, which is for jobs, we have a problem.
Why are you saying Nanado's former pastor? And they give the name because
yeah.
US will think, want to know why this person is linked to Nanado.
We all know.
What pastor is that? What's the name?
The pastor who was arrested recently for saying unsavory things about the Electoral Commission. I say Nanado's pastor because it is on record. You can look him up. He went to Nanado's father's.
You want producer to help to search for it?
So I can search for it myself very quickly.
Producer can search it for you. Yeah. Just tell what is the. You don't know the name, but you know the story. When was this?
Oh, it's interesting. You know about if anybody doesn't.
You know about it? Okay. You know about it?
Who doesn't know about it?
You see, that's what I'm saying. I'm just waiting for my turn. Because we have to be disciplined.
Why are you looking? Who is calling? Where are you calling from, please?
Yes, Mr. Kuda, I'm from South Africa. I just want to make a point, correct something. Mr. Kula, you see, the NDC representative, I kept forgetting his name.
Mr.
He mentioned
Conrad
that weed is legal
Dumba.
in Ghana.
Mr.
Dumba said the NPP government legalized weed in Ghana. That is a big lie. You see, Mr. Kula, the lady who just called Becky, he seems to want to be the moderator of the program. And if that is what he wants, he should not try to undermine you or tell callers what to say.
It's okay.
So far as we are not insulting anybody. And you see, he ended up insulting people, calling the government useless. You see? I think she should be a woman. She should behave like a lady and stop attacking people.
No insult.
I'm telling you,
No
Sorry?
insult, please. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm not insulting her. I'm just saying that she should rather comport herself and be a woman and stop insulting people or trying to control the program because she is not the host.
Please,
so
please,
withdraw
your comment, please. Withdraw. We want respect here. Value each one as individuals with their own intrinsic values. We want people to freely call here and make their point, but no abusive language, please.
Yes, Mr. Kula, that is very fair. But then you should then tell her she should allow everybody to speak. She should not tell us what to say.
Listen, people are calling in, and we are all sharing. Each one is sharing their own views and everything.
But
Thank you.
With Mr. Dumba saying that weed is legal in Ghana is a lie. It's a big lie. That is a lie. It is not true. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Dumba, just to clarify that area before Mr. Issa Ayuma continue, can you tell our viewers the source where you get that information from?
So just go in, type in Google Ghana legalizes weed. There's a story, you will find it on graphic. You will find 21st March, Saturday 21st March 2020. This is Ghana
Web. Not arresting people again.
Ghana has legalized the use of cannabis. And
what date is that?
Friday, that is on, this report is March 21st, 2020. You can look it up on there. Ghana has legalized weed. That is a
producer. Can you find it on the thing for us? Because they said
that is it. Okay, you act of law. You can get it on Daily Graphic. The same story.
Producer is also looking for us so that you can confirm. Good. Thank you, Mr. Issa Ayuma. Yeah, you heard everything.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kula. Like I said earlier, I thought we were here to educate Ghanaians, to let Ghanaians know who is exactly their favorite to rule the country.
The right candidate.
The right presidential candidate. Who is the right candidate for them to vote for in the coming December 2020. But look at see the attack is not based on their policies or what they are bringing for Ghanaians. But they are coming to attack as usual on what they say it. They film it and say it and put it out there for people to consume. And that is really bad. One, my brother is saying that Ghana has legalized. To be honest with Ghanaians, don't just go and pick something on this and you try to throw it out there. Meanwhile, they have been arresting people in Ghana with weed, etc. You understand? Just recently, some police arrested people on trucks.
He said it was in Ghana Web.
The Ghana Web is not something that we should say that Ghana, because Ghana Web said it is true.
But the thing is that
look around.
Yeah, that was saying. But it is
Ghana
not.
officializes legalized weed.
Is it proposal? Is it proposal or did Parliament agree with it? Did Parliament?
That's what
this is a lie.
One at a time.
This is a lie.
Hold on.
Parliament cannot pass legalized weed.
Can you make it clear so that our viewers will know this issue about this? What you need to know about Ghana's legalization of cannabis. So therefore,
it's legal.
It's legal. The government has approved. It's legal.
And the Daily Graphic
it happened on Friday. Parliament passed the new Narcotics Control Commission Bill 2019, which is the country's Narcotics Control Board, NACO Commission. And then it continue about legalizing. To clear all that, there is illicit and illicit cannabis. So therefore, not all cannabis are classed, which is confusing there. It's a kind of a dilemma.
You see, that's what I'm saying.
So
because if
Parliament legalized
but if you are generalizing something, look, listen. You were talking here, and I'm quiet. I was listening. Please allow me to make my point.
Flow.
You understand?
Thank you, producer.
These are some of the things that they are misleading Ghanaians. If you come and say that they have legalized weed, meanwhile there are certain areas that probably so many people, they arrest so many people, which they realize that even this is just a common thing that they should allow the person to go with it.
So Mr. Kula, is it a fake news?
Yes, of course, it could be.
No, producer, put it there. No.
Listen.
It was clear. Parliament
Listen. No, because
it's a bill.
It's a bill. And then
we want our viewers to freely call about this issue about cannabis.
That
and
is
hold on, Issa,
yeah,
hold on, please.
right.
Caller, who is calling and where are you calling from, please?
Oh, hello. Thank you very much. My name is Charles Asma. I'm calling from London.
Oh, Mr. Charles Asma. Oh, yeah, go on.
Yo.
Well, you heard what is going on.
Yes, I've heard what's going on.
Legalization of weed, which.
But you see, when people make flimsy, unjustifiable statements, they fumble when they are put on the spot to buttress and to support their statement with evidence. You can see that he couldn't justify what he was trying to say. He thought that you were not going to put him on the spot so that he will be saying anything anyhow. You put him on the spot and now he's fumbling. And this is what, unfortunately, the opposition is fond of. But let me go straight to the substance of the night, which of the manifestos is good for Ghanaians.
Yes.
Now we are talking of 8 years of opportunity to serve Ghana in the person of His Excellency, the ex-president, Mahama. Now, 8 years, he wasn't able to deliver. He says that he's made mistakes, and in hindsight, he feels that Ghanaians should give him opportunity to come and correct those mistakes. Even at the time of educational crisis, chalk alone, it was hard for teachers to have. Now he was the president. So many issues, Doomsaw and so many other things. Now the question here is, I'm not worried about the manifesto, but what I'm worried about is the leader who is going to steer the affairs of Ghana should Ghanaians make any mistake in December. This is somebody we trusted, a young person. We thought that he got ideas and we could do it. He fumbled. He made a lot of mistakes. Ghanaians said, go and sit aside. Now he wants to come back. What is it that he couldn't do that he wants to be given the chance again to come and do? What is it that he wants to do in 12 years that he couldn't do in 8 years? Tell me one thing that we should depend on to say, yes, let's give His Excellency ex-President Mahama 4 more years to come and correct. There is no need.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are moving on. So what I'm saying here is that the two manifestos are clear. All the things that MPP said will be doing has been done, and they are on course. So giving another opportunity, a lot more will be done.
Language. It's a very bad language.
Can we listen to the caller? Then you can make your comments after, please. Yeah, go.
Thank
please,
you.
can you land, please? Yeah.
Yes, let me land. Thank you very much, Mr.
Moderator.
Moderator.
What you said there, because it seemed like they were talking. You are saying all the what were you saying? The promises.
What I'm saying is that the previous manifesto of MPP
yes,
made promises that certain things will be done. The flagship policy of free SHS has been delivered. The policy of ambulance for every constituency in Ghana has been delivered.
Okay, thank you.
So all this and the rest are on course. So Ghanaians should give another mandate so that everything else can come together for the good of the people of Ghana.
Issa, you want to add anything before?
Yeah, like I was saying, you see, when we're talking, there is a question that our manifesto, we have to deliver it before the end of this term, which is very weird.
Why?
Very weird.
Why?
In the sense that, let's look at a policy or a manifesto. You cannot deliver them just within 1 month of about 3 or 4, 5 things that you put in
then
place.
what did you give the promises?
No, what do you mean by giving? You can give somebody promise and then work on it.
Give
No, you don't. It's not a deceit.
Hold on.
So, free senior high school, has it been done or not? What? Free senior high school, has it been done or not?
No, I'm asking you a question.
No, you cannot ask me a question.
No.
Because free senior high school has been done.
No.
Planting for food and job has been done.
No.
So many plans, so many. Look, listen, let me finish. Let me finish.
Schoolboy politics.
No, you are not saying. Look at that schoolboy politics, and you are in opposition and you are playing what? Ignorant politics. You are in opposition.
Please.
And you're playing ignorant politics. You want to mislead Ghanaians.
Please.
You understand? You want to mislead Ghanaians because you are looking for power. Power that you cannot even do anything about it. And you are looking from Ghanaians and you are saying that I'm playing school politics. Then we start school politics before we get to the mature politics, okay? So please, the president is delivering his promises. He's working hard to make sure that Ghanaians get their jobs and what they deserve.
You know that you must mind your language.
I must mind my language as well as you, as well.
No.
No. As well as you. Because you cannot sit here. You cannot sit here and say I'm doing school politics. You should also mind your language because I respect you, and if you disrespect me, I'll disrespect you. So let me finish. Let me land.
Okay.
Let me land. So what I'm saying is the president is doing his job, and all the shot that he's cutting is being part of the program that he has put in place.
It's not part of the manifesto.
You see, you cannot say that it's not part of the manifesto. He said he was going to build. He said he was going to build all regional hospitals, etc., and all those things that he's cutting the sword for.
Thank you.
So you cannot say that it's not part of the manifesto.
Who's calling?
You cannot sit down here and say that.
Yeah, Kofi, good evening. My name is Kwaku Pimpe, MPP UK Deputy Director of Communications.
Mr. Kwaku Pimpe, Deputy Director for MPP UK Communication Team. Kwaku, you heard everything?
Yes, Kofi, thank you so much. Good evening to your panelists. And thank you so much, Isa, for your debates and defense. I would like to point out to Mr. Yosin about the promises that he's been talking about. If he cares to go on delivery.gov, we've made a website where we put together all the manifesto promises and how far we've delivered and what is left. You might want to do a bit of research on that. That would be good. But Kofi, nothing surprises me. I'm very surprised that the NDC has even got the guts to come and campaign against the MPP's governance, leadership and accountability. Quite clearly, in the last few years that we've given NDC the power to rule Ghana, they really messed up. They drove the economy from 14% to 3.4%. For me, that alone is significant, and it's a reason why Ghanaians are rejecting. Some of their policies are dead on arrival. Their manifesto is a laughing stock. To say you want to legalize Okada, I mean, what kind of job creation, what kind of legalization is that? When the MPP government is thinking of creating a whole automobile industry, is thinking of creating industrialization that will create jobs for the youth of Ghana, the NDC are thinking of legalizing Okada, something that is leading amputations and deaths in Ghana.
Kwaku,
Kofi,
what can you say the website again? Because just for the panelists and also our viewers to get
it's
to know.
It's a deliverytracker.gov.
Delivery.gov.
If you Google MPP delivery tracker, it comes up.
Thank you.
It comes up on there. So the final point is completely sometimes when people come on TV to debate and to attack government policy, we need to do some research. Quite clearly, your panelists, I see Mr. Kitty was talking about sword cutting. Sword cutting is a milestone in any policy. It's the beginning of a delivery of a particular policy. If we want to build schools infrastructure, of course it will start, or at some point the sword cutting will come in. So the sword cutting itself, it's a means to an end. There's no end in itself, and it's important that people recognize that. But again, I'd like to make it clear to the people of Ghana that the NDC government and the NDC manifesto government
so
official.
The total infrastructure, Kwaku, from what you are saying, is 17,525.
That's
the completed infrastructure on there, because our producer have put it live on our screen.
Okay.
Completed total is 17,525.
That's correct.
Completed is 8,841. And
That's
ongoing
correct.
infrastructure is 8,684. Thank you, Kwaku. Thank you for.
No, but before you go, Kula, you have just shown the infrastructure projects. If you look on the top icons, it says manifesto promises.
Yes.
Which also tells you how many is delivered. So you can click on that one, because I think that is what Mr. Yosin was looking for. It's on the top icon.
What you will do is, Kwaku, you'll be on Sunday. I know you'll be here with youth organizer for MPP UK, Richard Jemfi. So you can talk about those things on Sunday, to
No worries.
so that people
Thank you so much,
so that
Kofi. Thank you.
Mr.
Isa,
Johnson-
congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, Mr. Kula, this is very simple. We no longer
I think
Ghana has
you
happened.
didn't let me finish.
You see, Ghana has happened a long time ago. That's why I say 42 years. You move in Kroma, 42 years between NDC and NPP. We know.
Hold
We
on,
know
Kola.
that NPP is having 15 years come to December. We know. NDC will have 27 years, including PNDC. Okay, that's 42 years. But if we are now battling against one manifesto to the other, it's going to be a laughable joke. After all our leaders, none of them comes from the city of Accra. None of them. That is what people, we must use our brains to just work out. None of our leaders come from the city of Accra. All our leaders come from smaller towns and villages, put it that way. And the best way in life is to know where you are coming from and come and do better when you have the chance to be on the seat in Accra, Ghana. Right now, Nana Akufo-Addo is in the hot seat. We are not even looking anywhere. The man in front of us is where we are looking because we are being told 4 more years, good stuff. We can't stop anybody from talking. But we really got to set an example. That's why I said my party, Progressive People's Party, we have come to stay. We are going to be 9 years. We are going to be 9 years soon.
Yeah.
Then you ask a question. After next week, you will see our manifesto as well.
Thank you.
Let's
hear from the caller and then we'll continue, please.
Okay then.
Thank you. Who is calling and where are you calling from, please? Hello.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, please, my name is Nana Frank. I'm speaking from Italy.
Thank you.
And I
Thank
just
you,
want to
Nana.
contribute to the program.
Yeah, thank you. What is time in
Okay.
Italy now?
I think by the special grace of God now, the situation has calmed down.
No, the time.
So
the
we
time
are still
there.
hoping for
the
the
time
best.
in Italy. What is time there for our viewers?
Okay, the time here now is 11:43.
Oh, okay.
I think
Thank
we
you.
are leading UK by 1 hour.
Oh, okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah, well, you heard everything, Nana. Hello?
Seems it's dropped off.
Mr. Well, let's talk about the former.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, go on with your question,
Okay.
please.
Okay, sir. I think God bless you for opening the people's eyes and telling us what is happening about our nation. Going to my point is that I want to say this. The whole world is only one politician who I feel disappointed in him. And that person is the current president of the Republic of Ghana. That is the person I'm so much disappointed in him. And I understand why some people will come out and defend this government leading by the Akufo-Addo. This administration has failed Ghanaians big time. The man is not, claiming who he used to. Look at what is happening in our nation. The man, a man who was so-called activist of freedom and right and all these things, under his watch, journalists are being tortured. You can no longer speak your mind. You can no longer criticize this government. And still, people like we are living in these Western countries, instead of us to know the truth about the meaning of democracy and to tell the people at home, I'm so surprised. This president claims to have, Western ideas and Western ideologies, which I was expecting him being a president. Democracy will lead to a certain standard. But I'm sorry to use this word. I'm not seeing him being a president. He's behaving like a king.
No,
He's
please.
only a king.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take that back. Yeah.
I withdraw that.
Yes.
Okay, I withdraw that statement. Sir, you know, comparing NDC administration and this current NPP government, the difference is too big. And by the end of this year, trust me, the good people of Ghana is going to vote the NPP administration out. Even their own stronghold. I'm from Ashanti. Their own stronghold. They are challenging them, throwing so many things to them. Come out and tell us what you people have done to Ashanti region. None of them. Nobody has uttered anything.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The only thing we keep hearing
you want to
this
land?
administration.
We have a lot of callers. You want to land? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me calm down. So what I'm saying now is that it is crystal clear that the MPP has nothing to offer Ghanaians, and Ghanaians has to vote them out and bring back the nation builder who built so many things in the nation that he is now campaigning for it. He has learned a lot. He has realized his mistake, and he's coming back to do better for our nation, Ghana. Thank you all,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
And have a nice day.
Thank you.
Listen.
Mr. Who's going?
The BECE.
Hold on, caller. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
The BECE, Progressive People's Party, my party says we will abolish.
Hold on, caller, please. Yeah.
Must be abolished because it is no.
Caller, can you lower your TV, please, for us?
So, caller, because it is not fit for purpose in the sense that if the children write examinations and fail, they don't go anywhere. We just drop out. Automatic. Just push them through. Let them go on. Don't test them at that time. You can test them for discipline, but don't fail them and let them sell dog chains, which I didn't even know that Issa Yoman knows about dog chains. I'm glad that he knows about dog chains. You know, these boys, 12, 13, 14, they don't go to school anymore because they failed. So all they do is the kaya yo and all that, you know. Yeah. When you say kaya yo, it's not just from the northern. Yeah, inside there. In Kaswa, Abusoka, everywhere. Yeah, in Accra. So please, we are going to abolish it. Okay? And get the kids through. When you get to age 18, 17, 18, kids, they get matured. So they can say what they are doing, science or arts and all that, you know. We want them to develop naturally. Because you destroy them, they don't go anywhere. The BEC has failed almost 200,000 children.
And I also have another question for you.
Okay.
But however,
please,
because you will be going, but we have a caller. Caller, we will give you a minute, please, if you don't mind. Who is calling? Where is calling from?
Yeah, I'm Becky again.
You're Becky. Yeah, go on, please.
Yeah. I would like to say, I think I sent you some links. As soon as the NDC launched their manifesto, and we promised to pay funds to customers of collapsed institutions that Akufo-Addo collapsed. If you look on My Joy Online, it's there, August 29, 2020, set to begin payment of locked up funds to customers of 22 collapsed institutions. Meanwhile, he said there was no money. So where did he get the money? He promised that when he comes, he will make Accra the cleanest city in Ghana. I'm talking about Akufo-Addo. Where is Accra now?
Accra is so clean.
When we talk of the cleanliness of Accra, where is Accra now?
Okay.
He promised to build 350 schools. Where are the schools? And I'm challenging Issa Ayoma to mention just two schools that Akufo-Addo has built. 2 secondary schools from the scratch. He promised to build hospitals. Where are the hospitals? This is what we are talking about. He promised
Muhammad didn't build any school, any
family
hospital.
and friends government. And what do
He
we
just
see?
come and dwell other infrastructures and you say you build it.
Mr. Kissing will be leaving early, so please, we want to. Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
you're asking me a question.
Yeah, according to the former municipal chief executive for Boase, Akosi Ofori-Agyeman, what he's saying is that the slow pace of growth in the region can be attributed to, hold on, caller, to the inaction of the ruling NPP Mr. Ofori Ajiman is to review that hospital projects at Fomena, Kumewu, and Bekwai have delayed because the MPP decided to abrogate these projects. Now, the question is, has the government abandoned or discontinued NDC projects as described by Mr. Ofori Ajiman?
I think I must be
and
honest.
He also reviewed that it has caused financial loss to the state because halting these projects will in turn escalate their costs. What is your view about it?
Well, I have to be quite honest with the Spaghetti Junction, which was built in, completed in Ghana. President Mahama, NDC started it. The motorway extension, they started it, and Nadu or NPP administration came to complete it recently. That's Spaghetti Junction. These are some of the issues we want to see in Ghana. Commendable. We don't want any fight, insults and all that. It doesn't take anybody anywhere. Facts are facts. That's what I'm saying. This is what we want to see. So that continuity is part of our manifesto. Continue, come and continue. Even if we are building God, come and continue. After that, then go and build Abonsam. That's what we want to see. That's the Progressive People's Party. We want, it's just we're thinking about Ghana and not about MPP.
But is there any evidence to say that projects have been abandoned?
Well, there's so many projects. Of course, yes. Of course, yes. My own constituency is called Takwa in the Western region. When I was a kid, they were building gold mining corporation. They were building refinery. So as when you dig the gold opposite, you come across and go in there to, purify it, make sure it's okay. The finished product there, gold refinery. But when Dr. Busia came, when Nkrumah was removed, they stopped that gold refinery. So you see Ghanaians going into Dubai, the ignorant ones, those who don't know. They go to Dubai and buy all these good, beautiful trinkets. That's Nkrumah started it. Ensuing government should have continued. Whether they are soldiers or NPP or NDC, doesn't matter. They should have continued. By this time, Ghana would have been producing all these things. There's a lot of foreign exchange for Ghana. But Ghanaians will rather give gold, send gold. Right now, this government, under this government, we send gold through India and all that. These stories. Send gold to India for them to do these trinkets, and the Ghanaians go to Dubai to buy. These are issues we need to talk about. So I was trying to land on the free education policy.
Yes.
The BEC, important. We are coming to abolish it. Do not fail the children at all. If you look at United Kingdom here, well, kids go through up to Form 5 or even A level. After that, at least they get matured enough to decide whether I want to be a journalist and all that. It's not everybody who goes to the highest level. But at least the kids here, they got some basic knowledge about things. That's what we want to see. But don't put the kids 13, 14 on the roads, Winneba Road, Accra Road, Waja Road. It's not good. That's what we want to do. It's not an insult. We want to, not until any government takes this seriously. What we want to see is a government, whether Mahama, whether Kufadu, whether Bridget or not, that stand up and say, thank you, we thank NPP for doing this, we are going to continue. We tell NDC, that's the spirit we want. That's what happens in the United Kingdom.
So what message do you have for voters before you go?
The message I have for voters is that pave the way, vote for my party, that's the Progressive People's Party, because we are coming in with a voice. This time, I can assure you that we are also coming into Parliament. That's why the conversation is. So it's not always going to be NDC and MPP, no. A third voice is better than the two all the time. It could be 50 years, we won't go anywhere. Because Ghana could have been better than now. We could have been better than now. Right now, if I'm unwell, I've got somebody, I must tell you, I lost a relative. I have to go to Ghana and bury her within the next 3 weeks. Look, listen, I'm not saying because it's a relative. When she was unwell, they took her to hospital. The children went there. They said, go and buy oxygen. Oxygen. Go and buy oxygen. That's stupid. Of the government or whatever. It's very stupid. Go and buy oxygen for what? When Ghanaians go to hospitals in the UK, They don't go and buy oxygen before they are treated. In Ghana, you have to. We pay national insurance. That's what Kwame Nkrumah copied from the UK. That's social security in Ghana. I know a lot of people don't know. I'm not sure if Isayoma is aware of it. I'm telling you that.
But I contributed to social security.
No, we have social security, Mr. Kula. The purpose of the social security as copied, brought by Kwame Nkrumah.
Yeah, I think it needs to be that.
Thank you very much.
But what we are saying that you don't know whether I know it.
No, I'm sure if I look at your face, you don't know it. That's what I'm telling you. Listen, the social security in Ghana is just like the social security we pay in the UK. If you are unwell right now, you go to hospital, nobody's going to charge you NHIS. So we charge NHIS, National Insurance, God knows what, in addition to social security, in addition to tax. In the UK, we only pay tax, he knows where it goes to Bradford. We pay tax, it goes to Bradford tax office. We pay national social security, I've always paid staff, and we take these two contributions to Bradford, north of England. That's the tax office. So social security is tax, and NHIS, you will cancel it because it's duplication. And the Ghanaian is being killed by any government, all government. But when they are not well, where do they go? They come to UK, they go to Germany and all that.
So are you saying that
yes,
voters should look into this
a third voice,
whereby government officials who actually receive or get their treatment abroad,
they do.
At the same time, they are the ones who are providing services in the country. Is a conflict of interest. That means it doesn't.
It is deception. But I have got the privilege of seeing people, visiting people in King's College Hospital and all the hospitals here, and Ghana government pays. But I'm not here to reveal. If you challenge me, I'll reveal. Yes.
We challenge you to reveal it. Mr.
Kula, I
challenge you because people want to know.
Okay, I'll reveal it next 2 weeks.
Yes, next 2 weeks.
Look, I'm telling you the truth.
Yes.
Government officials, people come under the canopy of government officials.
Because local people should not vote for such people because they are receiving treatment. They are not using the hospitals in Ghana. Yesterday, they are telling them to vote for them.
Because the hospitals in Ghana, it's not up to standard. Do you understand? MRI scanning machines even. Go to some hospital in Ghana. They haven't got some. And those who have got some, it's hard to further.
Well, we know you are going.
Some people say that they have finished hospital infrastructure. Some people say that.
Yes, it's another.
So if you say,
tell you which hospital.
It's another. It's another.
So that is what we are saying, that there is a lie ahead of us. There is so many lies that has been told that we have finished the regional hospital here. Go to this. We are finished. Go to that. And you go there and there is lies.
It is true that we are finishing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
The administration is beautiful. If you go inside, you haven't got the equipment.
Thank you.
It's all our problem, not particular political party. That's how we want to come in.
It's laughable when Kokubempe, MPP Communications Director, came on your radio, your show, and said, if you want to see MPP project, you should go to Tracker. Mr. Kula. And I saw you posted on your platform that they've got some tracker about 17,000, 8,000 something. Mr. Kula, why do you ask what do you call it? Ayoma. Ask Ayoma. You see your tracker, you see your fake tracker. Where are the projects? Mr. Kula, it is just a number. It is just a number. Nothing. There's no pictures. Where?
Are you alleging that the tracker is a fake?
It's a fake.
It's a fake. Mr. Kula, I'm using my laptop now. I'm still on a tracker.
That's the NDC.
It's just a number. Yes, it's just a number. Let me just continue.
Who put things in green book?
Ask him. Ask Ayoma. So we said tracker. Why is the project? Just a number.
Unless you don't want to say it.
I mean, let me just expose them. Mr. Kula, do you know MPP has been tagged John Dramani Mahama as incompetent?
Of course.
Do you know that all this 1-to-1 factory, all the money that they are using to build that 1-to-1 factory, it is coming from Exit Bank. Exit Bank was established by Bema Tintin Grandma, John Dramani Mahama. All the factories. Exactly. All the factory under 1D1F, the money is coming from the Exim Bank, established by John Dramani Mahama. I say it on authority. The question is, Mr. Baumia's own district, Wale, he cuts off for 35 million watermelon factory. Mr. Kula, as I'm talking to you now, the farm has been turned to maize farm. No, the factory has been turned to maize farm. So we are asking Baumia, where is that $35 million he took from Exim Bank? Where is the money? We are asking him. Colonel Dumba, thank you so much for your exposing them. You see,
thank you, Mr.
they are just lying. They are liars. They should stop wasting our years with fake tracker. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kofi, yes. I just want to, I'll touch a few things and I'll tell you why the MPP manifesto is a Sakawa manifesto. Look, the name of the pastor I was talking about was Apostle Kwabena Owusu-Ejei. I'm surprised you guys say you don't know. You can Google it up later. But the last MPP guy who called, he said, oh, the tracker. Let me tell you something. Viewer alert. Caution. That tracker is made of duplicate projects and ghost projects. A lot of fakes. Ayoma comes from the Upper East region. I grew up in the Upper East region. When they come on Sunday, ask them. They have put in the tracker 120 unit housing project at Talesi Pusunamo. There is only a signboard there and bush. Let they come, let them put it there, right? And I can challenge them. If you go into that, you see, they built 3 classroom block, they built a toilet, they built polytank for it, and they count them as 3 different projects. Kula, will you build a house with toilet, bathroom, and your polytank, and then you count the toilet, the bathroom, the what you call it, the building itself are 3 different projects. When you go to the tracker on Sunday, you will see, and maybe we need a detailed conversation to dissect that tracker and find out is Sakawa. But let me answer his question. He says Nanado has done better than the NDC on the economy.
How can you compare?
Let me land, relax.
How can you compare Nana Addo?
I think my brother is relaxed. Look, when the NDC handed over in our 4th year, 2016, when John Dramani Mohammed's 4th year, which is our 8th year, growth was at 3.4%, right? We had only 1 oil well, Jubilee, right? We had Doomsor, and they said we left what? A destroyed economy. They said they inherited a completely destroyed economy. A destroyed economy, Kofi, yielded 3.4%. This year, go and take the 2020 budget, look at it, and you will find a shocker. Do you know that this year, in spite of the fact that we got $1 billion from IMF for COVID-19, in spite of the fact that, look, from independence to 2016, our total debt was 120 billion. Nanado alone, so this is 1957 to 2016, 120 billion. Nanado alone, in 3.5 years, incurred 135 billion to take our debt to 255 billion. Now, what did they do with it? They promised 350 SHS. 0. That Timpani he talked about, that school was there long before 2016, so it is not true. How many hospitals have they built? 0. See, the point I'm making is, if we deliver 3.4% growth rate with all those challenges, and they say it was a destroyed economy, this year growth rate is going to be 0.9%.
Are you saying that the hospital
0.9%?
The hospital Issa mentioned, or the school, which one is it?
He mentioned Timpani SS. Yeah. You know that Timpani SS was there before 2016. The school was there.
Now
there was a secondary school.
Listen. I come from there. And I'm making a statement. So if you know something, and where I come from, and I'm talking about it, let me talk about it.
That is fine. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. So don't argue on it.
But my point, relax. Let me finish my point. My point is on the economy. No.
If he's doing that,
no, don't go there. I'm talking about the economy. The man said they did.
So you are mixed up. You are confused. You are talking about economy. You are talking about infrastructure.
Well, if
you are confused.
It's not my fault.
You are confused.
Look,
let him.
On the economy, I'll mention a few things. On growth rate, in our last year in office, we did 3.4%. This year, Ghana is going to do 0.9%. Benin will do 2.5%. We're doing 0. All our neighbors, Burkina.
Where did you get this figure?
We are chopping last.
Where do you get these figures?
You want?
Why did you get this?
Let the producer go to 2020
budget like that.
2020 budget.
Now I'm saying that. Look, you are lying.
The producer
the growth is 7 point something. The growth is 7 point something. After the COVID-19.
Hold on.
I will show the producer
evidence it for you. Yeah. Thank you. You want to land, so you can go.
So growth rate is going to be 0.9%.
That's it.
Debt. Look, these people promised And they repeated it in paragraph 2. They repeated it in paragraph 2 of their current 2020 manifesto that they will reduce borrowing.
Thank you very much.
But they increased it. More than
Who is
100%.
calling and where are you calling from, please? Hello, good evening.
It's Kwaku Bimpe again, Deputy Communication Director, MPP
hello,
UK.
Kwaku.
Just to make a quick point, I know Usia Chan called in to try and throw some lies, like they always do. Lies and lies and lies. The government is provide a delivery tracker, and you're sitting here saying that it's a lie. So the government is literally lying to the whole world. Anyway, I think that this is very clear, Kula. The NDC is shallow and they do not read, and they are intellectually dishonest. The economy has grown and grown and grown under Akufo-Addo until the coronavirus hit us. The coronavirus has been an event globally that has challenged even very much stronger economies. As we speak, the UK and the US are in recession. Okay, so if the NDC guy is saying that Ghana is going to grow by 0.9%, UK is growing by negative 20% also. So, yes, we don't feel it, but these are calculations, these are computations which are done by the gurus who understand the system, and not those who read shallowly or those who don't read at all, who comes here to try and throw dust in our eyes. Akufo-Addo has sustained Ghana throughout the coronavirus period, if you look at the implementations and the policies and the deliveries that he delivered. Now, what we need to do is to come out of that and grow a lot faster, which is why the government has launched the CARES program. And that CARES program is the envy of the world, because it will be the leading program to get us out of the corona effect. So let's not be deceived. The NDC has nothing to offer. The NDC's manifesto is empty. The NDC is diabolic, and our urge Ghanaians to continue to reject them. Kofi, that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. You see, I
was on the floor.
You see, you finished.
I was landing on economics, and I was saying to you, if you go on the score of debt, we handed over 120 billion. They promised to reduce it. As we speak now, it's at 255. They have more than doubled.
Who promised to reduce it?
Oh, go to page. Go bring up the MPP manifesto.
About what?
Paragraph 2.
That
says
to reduce
that
what?
we promised to reduce borrowing.
Yes.
What have they done? They have more than doubled it.
Right.
From 120, it's now 255. Right?
Yeah.
Fact. Go to paragraph 2 of the whole manifesto. I'm not the one saying it.
And
You want to land?
Yes. So on the score of economics, whichever way, you know what? Even on the depreciation of the cedi, when we have time, I will sit here and I will show you how the NDC inherited.
After the call, we will talk about depreciation of the cedi. We will talk about it. Thank you. Who is calling? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Rebecca again. Becky.
Hello, Becky. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you. Well,
yeah,
you heard it all.
Yes, I did heard it all. And I want to respond to Kwaku Bimpe. You see, his type and the cohort of NPP who tell lies. When we talk of lies, it is the NPP. Because they promised, Akufo-Addo promised that he will what? He will normalize Galamsey. He will come and give the youth job. What did he do? They ended up taking the mining from the people and they gave it to the MPP party people. And they were caught on tape saying that the party needs money. He brought the Chinese to mine, whilst the people, the local people, he took the jobs from them. He promised to build a hostel for the Kayaye. They went round and took money from them during their campaign season and asked them, have they built the hostel for them? When we talk of lies, I can go on and on. He said, I will not do a big cabinet or ministers. What did he do? From the genesis of Ghana, he is the only one who has a big elephant-sized government. And he's paying them. Even some of them are not working, and yet they are taking money for no job done. He promised Ghanaians that I will not do family and friends. Oforiatta is his cousin, who is the finance minister. And they are milking. Do you remember the Ejapa deal? The Ejabone royalties. They want to use our mining concession and then give it to one family. Meanwhile, you promise that you will not do family and friends. So when we talk of life, Kweku Bimpe should come again. NPP, they have lied in their DNA. They are liars.
Becky, hold on. I'm going to arrange for you and Mr. Bimpe to meet here. Next 2 weeks, face to face, live. So that
we will meet face to face because the lies, that delivery tracker,
that's what I'm saying,
is them. People have been exposing them.
And Mr. Bimpe,
they claim that they have built toilets.
Next Wednesday, come and meet Mr. Bimpe here live.
Where is the $1 million one per constituency? Where is it?
Thank you very much.
Where is the money? When we asked you, you said you built toilets.
Becky,
really?
Reserve everything.
$1 million for toilets?
Becky, reserve everything for next Wednesday. We will wait for you.
In this morning, you said that the Legon Hospital was a fantasy, but when your health minister was ill, he was found in there.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Next Wednesday, we're going to arrange for you and Mr. Bimpe live. Yeah, so viewers can hear everything. So reserve everything. Then Wednesday, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Kofi. So the point I made, the man said their growth is high. I've just sent you the 2020 mid-year budget statement. Go to page 102 of the document. Look on that's the first appendix. It gives you the GDP growth rates. First appendix. Go down to the second but last line and go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 column 6. Right? That gives you 2020 GDP projection. At basic prices, we are going to grow at 0.7%. At purchases value, we are going to grow at 0.9%. So I was even generous with them when I decided let's use the purchase value one. And anybody with a modicum of knowledge in finance knows what this means. This is Oporiate's budget, not
Thank you.
it.
Now,
so you can't say it's a lie.
We are not taking it.
Yeah.
You see,
Isa,
hold on. Please, we're taking the call. Then, Isa, it's your turn to continue, please. Thank you. Caller, good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Queen.
Yeah. Who's calling and where are you calling from, sir?
Yeah, this is Charles Asma again.
Oh, Mr. Asma, yeah.
Yes, because there has been a discussion on the macroeconomic performance of Ghana's economy. That's why I called to chip in something. And I want to say that with a comparative analysis of the growth of the economy from 2016 up to 2019. Now we are using 2019 because 2020 is not yet over. And therefore, until the last quarter of 2020, we cannot quantify the performance of the economy. So all the figures in 2020 are just estimates. So let's work with the ones that have been actualized. 2015, 2019 comparative analysis. Now, 2016, that was the 4th year of NDC government when given the mandate from 2012 to 2016 December. The growth for 4 years came up to 3.4. Now, from 2016, 2017, 18, 19, we are talking about 3 years of MPP administration. Growth was 6.5. And we are looking at 3.4 increase in growth. 3.1 increase in growth within a period of 3 years. Now, the whole world is not looking at 2020 in terms of growth analysis because of the pandemic. And when there is pandemic, even in the UK, there is depression or slump foreseen. Recession is everywhere. So if somebody is saying that Ghana is going to experience temporary recession in 2020, I will not doubt that person because it's everywhere. But we are looking at the ones that we can actualize. 2016, 2019. Now the NDC man over there will attest to the fact that
Mr. Conrad Dumba.
Very good. Mr. Conrad Dumba will attest to the fact that 3.1% growth in Ghana's economy for a period of 3 years is as a result of good leadership. It's as a result of foresight. It's as a result of mitigating economic shocks. It's as a result of ensuring that all the leakages are blocked.
Charles,
now let me just
thank you very much because Issa wants to talk. You see,
and I'll need to respond to you.
Right. Okay, so one thing I want to add is that there is now a new program called Ghana Cares program. The Ghana Cares, the new Empower program the Ghana government has introduced has a seed capital of money of 100 billion.
Can you land? Because Isa want to move on, please. Yeah, Isa, go on. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kuda.
Yeah.
You see, it looks as if sometimes
because you've been trying to talk for a long time, and we want you to, speak your mind and be.
You see, if we are talking about governance, I don't see the reason why my brother is trying to compare Mahama and Nana Akufo-Addo. Mahama is completely out. Why? One, that is the reason why he was voted out, because the Ghanaian people realized that Mahama was incompetent. He couldn't do anything for Ghanaians. He was running the country like his own property and making the whole people be
when
very
like
different.
His own property,
yes, like his own property, family and friends and whatnot.
Family and friends.
Yes, of course. Okay. With his wife and children at the at the middle of everything. You remember 2013, there was Ghana Gold that landed in Turkey. And all of a sudden, it ended up in Kuwait. Did we hear anything about that anymore? We haven't.
Nobody has ever heard of what he's talking about.
No, you see, you will not hear.
What I'm trying to say is that
you will not hear. You will not hear. He's talking.
It
wasn't investigated because he was there.
But
the media make
there now. Can't you
the media make any noise, everything. But how are you going to investigate?
Ghana does not hold gold. Ghana does not hold gold at the central bank.
Please let him.
So that gold is ghost gold.
Write it down, please.
Yeah.
It's ghost gold.
Yeah. We get royalties.
You see?
We don't own mines.
You
see? Get royalties.
You get royalties.
Yes.
But they take it from your country and go away with it.
So what's the meaning of Ghana Gold? The royalties of 200 million
you are making this.
Look,
is it true that this thing happened or not?
Ghana never had any gold bars that it could fly.
You see, but why is it? But why is it that? Why is it
and
that?
it's a private business?
Why is
we get our cut?
Why is it that this?
So that is a fake story.
A fake story.
Oh, yes.
How can it be a fake
story?
It
is a fake story. If
how can it be?
Anyway, last your point, and then I will do justice.
You see, please, let me finish. So, if we are talking about Ghana economy and how to run the country, Mahama is not coming in because presidency is not it's not experiment that you go and sit down there and come back and say, oh, I did mistakes and whatnot. No, you are finished and gone. I'm surprised that people like some of the callers like Becky and whatnot and so on coming to defend Mahama, a person that Ghanaians say, look, you are incompetent. Why? Because you became assemblyman, you became a parliamentarian, you became a vice president, you became a president. What do you want again in Ghana? What did you want? You understand all these things you couldn't deliver. We were talking about this fees in high school. My brother said they started it. This is very shameful, and Ghanaians are listening. You started free senior high school. What have you done? And you said Napo came and said that we couldn't, we paid the debt. Yes, something that you paint the picture like you are implementing free senior high school. And when you were interrogated, you said, oh, it is this thing. It is.
Now,
let me
NDC
finish.
said they would add private schools.
This
now
is
when they come in,
this
they
is
will
just a
rope in private
this is
schools
just a
into
shame.
free SHS
This is just a shame in their manifesto. At the same time, you see
Why?
that I didn't.
Why you say that?
Let me explain. You see that I didn't talk about their manifesto too much, simply because he was saying that we copied their manifesto. It's just a laughing thing. You sit down there in opposition, getting to 4 years now, you couldn't have a manifesto. You waited on when the MPP did their manifesto. You even find it difficult to come out with your manifesto. You went round to say you are taking the people's idea before you can do a manifesto. And you were going to launch your manifesto somewhere in July. You couldn't do it. Let me finish. So what I'm saying is private schools been doing what?
The NDC has recommended to rope in private schools into free SHS.
On what basis? Are they going to use Ghanaian pay money, taxpayers' money, to enroll somebody private school, to pay them? Is that what they are going to do? This is a shame manifesto. Look, the private school is a private school.
Mr. Dumba.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Private school is a private school. You have got your money and you feel like you've got your knowledge or something, and you built your school, and you want to make profit of it.
But Umia admitted that NPP had a problem with free education as they did not have enough classrooms.
That's what we are saying, that because children will not be left out. The children will not be left out. That is why. And if we are implementing free senior high school, we have to start it now, simply because we cannot leave the children for 30 years to come and they are what? Uneducated. Human capital is very important for our country. And that is the reason why we started. You have to start something quickly. Even our local distance, you build a house, and if you are in somebody's house and you build your own house and you didn't even complete it, you try to enter there to correct all what you can be able to to complete that house and then live in your house, isn't it? We were young children at the same time when the free senior high school came during Nkrumah time in the north. Not every community was.
We will let you hold on. Pause there. We will let you continue because we have the call. Sorry, caller. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Sorry for keeping you a little bit. Sorry. Who's calling and where are you calling from, please?
This is Barbara.
Oh, Barbara. How are you, Barbara?
I'm fine, thank you. Today you
heard everything.
I think there's a certain word my dear sister Becky used. You should have let her withdraw.
Next week we want you guys to bring all your flags on Wednesday because Kwaku Bimpe is going to meet Becky, so it's going to be a very wild day. So we want all of you.
There are certain words that regardless what we are different political ideology. I cannot come on your station or on your television and started using unpleasantly words for John Mahama, former president. So, I mean, we should bring the room to our utterances and the way we come in. So, Becky, you can't call her useless. It's too no on television. When I and you are arguing or we are having debate, you can tell me that, but you can't say that to the president. Please. President Mahama once told Ghanaians that no one can advise him except you are a Ghanaian, you are a president. Kula, do you remember? Do you recall that?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go on with your point.
No, sometimes because you are the host. So if you can recall, I don't want to say that it's not propaganda. President Mahama was telling Ghanaians very rude way. Because when you see MPP, NDC guys and ladies speaking, that's why they speak from the way their leaders speak. Because Mahama said Ghanaians, you can't advise me when that time Nana Akufo-Addo was a presidential candidate. It's only someone who has been a president can talk about president or can advise him. Let's put that one aside. Talking about Okada, I still got confused. Mahama cannot be trusted. We gave Mahama 8 years to rule Ghana. The question I ask myself is, what is there that our former president couldn't do for Ghanaians? Now he wants to come back. He has, rectified his mistakes. He wants to come back. I think it is the YF or the death center to come and sit down. Oh, I got it wrong. Now I got it right. I want to come and fix it. That's not president. We can't. He cannot be trusted. We trusted him with all our resources. So what did he give us? Do so? Over 5 years, we were in Ghana. Over 3 years, business was going, the economy down. All because of doing so. So when we say he's incompetent,
thank you. Because of time, please. Thank you.
We want to tell Ghanaians that we have a president who has vision. When he was coming, he said, give me a chance to fix Ghana. And what do? We all see that Akufo-Addo came and fix Ghana. He fixed the doom so free NHS, he has done it. Mahama, Okada, we can't trust him. You need to tell her how he's going to regulate it. You need to tell Ghanaians which company is going to ensure the rider and the passenger.
Thank you.
No, you can't be trusted by
Barbara. Sorry, Barbara, thank you.
My dear Mr. Easter, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you see, like I was saying, you see, you cannot say that, assuming that me and my brother sitting here, there were so many schools that were not built, but we managed to go to school, isn't it? Why? because the people are coming up. People are growing. Children are coming up. So you cannot wait to build schools. That is visionless. You understand? That is, you have to squeeze. And this double track that came, it was a very wise decision. Why? All the time we leave these buildings sitting down there for 6 good months for nothing. Meanwhile, those buildings are property of the country. So if we bring free senior high school, and there are a lot of children that will be enrolled in, and these children can be able, we can be able to divide them. People should go at this point, and others should go at this point. Is that a crime? Is that something that somebody is sitting somewhere with his visionless, incompetent to say that, oh, because you bring double track, you couldn't manage the country, you didn't build anything? What have you built? The things that the schools that they said they built, the E-blocks, even not they themselves, it is what? The World Bank, this thing, finance to that brought all those things. But look at where they went and built them. Some of them are sitting in the, a bush, a place that you cannot even send children there. And when they build them too, there is no bungalows, there is no dormitories, there is nothing. But the money that has been used to build that, if you ask them to account it now, something that they inflated and give it to the different. And these are some of the things that we are talking about.
Thank you.
So this, my brother, shouldn't sit down here with his distinct try to
view about that.
Say all these lies about the whatnot and so on. They are not coming today. To be honest, NDC and Mahama are not coming back because Ghanaians are widely open. They are wise and they have seen the difference between Mahama government and the NPP government. Because every woman is so relieved now at their homes.
You see, if we had a lot of time, I know we're heading for midnight, I'd have spent time to take my brother through and open his eyes on these things. Look, part of the problem is my brother probably doesn't even understand our manifesto. I'll tell you why.
Manifesto is being
let me clear some of your confusion. E-blocks were meant to be community day high schools. Why do you build dormitories for a day high school?
Why?
So why would you be asking a question here?
Why did you build
land? You see,
and you claim that you built schools.
Let him.
You see, I think he's arguing without listening. A community day is called day, not boarding. So when you build a community day high school, the kids go there and study for day and go back home. So you don't build dormitories for day high school. So my brother Isa, I think you have to go and revise your notes on that. No, relax. No.
Let him finish.
Your child, my children, our children go to day school in this country.
Yeah.
Do they go?
But they don't go to the bush.
I'll answer that. Let me land. You see, it is mischievousness. Let me tell you what. If you have two villages, village A, village B, they are 10 miles apart. Village A say, come and build it in my village so that these people will come 10 miles. And you say, no, you agree. Build it in mine. What we did, we consulted both chiefs. And they came to a consensus and said, okay, put it in the middle. And then you get a source of transport. So part of the whole thing, Mahama was getting buses. There were more than 500 buses given to various schools. What we were doing was scientific. If it's in the middle, Kula is 5 miles from you, is 5 miles from him. Everybody equal. If you put it in his house, you will now have 10 miles, which means your children will go to school. So put that, let me land on that. You see, he says that, where are we going to get the money to pay the private school? He doesn't even understand how free HSS works. If you have a private school, and you have 200 places to absorb some of those currently home, bear in mind, this double track is destroying our children. And that is why we have, for the first time in the history of Wahid, there was massive leakage. Why? Because you see, we have got 365 days in a year. When you and I went to school in Ghana, ask him, when we went to school in Ghana, we went to school for the 365 days in the year. Now, they did it champer into 2. 6 months, 6 months. Double track.
What was the population at that time?
Relax, let me land. Let me land. They've divided it into 2. You stay home for 6 months and come. I also stay home for 6 months and come. So what a child used to study the same textbook for 1 year to go and write, now they study for always half. So it means that when we use 3 years to finish SS, our children are going to use 1.5 years.
Bawumia is saying that Bawumia said the other day that he would like to know whose children should stay at home and whose children should
no child will stay at home. I'll explain why. The MPP could have fixed double track. You know why? They promised 350 senior high schools. If you assume that we have about, last year total roll intake for the full was enrollment was about 1.1. Let's round it to 1.2.
It's 1.2.
Yeah, 1.2 for all the whole school.
All the whole schools.
From one to one.
Yeah.
At the moment, it means 600 sit home and 600 at school. So you only
How do you say
facility-
sit home?
You did it into
Yeah, so it is not sit home.
Relax. No. When you are at home, you are at home. You are not in school.
So what about
It's
those days
contract.
when you give a
Relax.
vacation?
Yes, you know,
What about those days
why
when
are
you
you rushing?
No, I'm not
Let me
rushing.
educate you
Don't,
now.
you
Relax.
cannot educate me. Educate the public.
Good. Let me educate the public.
So
You
don't
listen
say
to
you
me.
are
So don't be
educating
jumping.
me.
So
No, I'm
let's
not
listen to my
jumping.
analysis. Kofi.
I don't want
I'm
you to
talking
mislead.
Kofi. When you have 600,000 people in the house, yeah, the E blocks we built had 5 classrooms and 24 classrooms in each of them, right? Of those 25 classrooms, the study done by NAGRA said the average classroom size in Ghana is between 50 to 80. If you use an average of 80, it means each E block will take about 1,920 students at a go, right? So now if you, that's just basically 24 times the 80. If you can, anyone can do the math and challenge. Take that 1,920 and then take the 600,000 sitting home.
But this is the
Let me
you're
land.
talking about.
I'll come to it.
Will
I'll
they
come to
meet
it.
all the needs of the
That
amount
is where
of
I'm going.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing the division. Because
when you
once-
haven't built
Good.
the classroom, when you don't have the
Let
classroom.
me land, Kofi. When you take the 600,000 students at home, divided by the number per that each E block would have accommodated, you probably need about 386. Let's just say 380 E blocks, right? If the NPP had built the 350 SHS as promised, let's say they had built them E block standard with 24, they would have cleared almost all of them. Because when we were leaving, we added 46 and there are a few to go.
You added
now,
46.
landed, let me finish. Now, do you know we went for get fund collateralization for 1.5 billion. Do you know how much each E block cost? Roughly about 6 million cedis, not dollars. If you calculate it in today's rate, about 5.7, it comes up to about 1.2 million. So it means each E block of 24 that would have taken 1,920 would have cost 1.2. Multiply that by 350, you get about 420 million. So we only needed 420
But we
million
said
to abolish
double track.
No, Kofi,
But
you
he
is
said that
understanding.
abolition
No,
means that
No, he doesn't understand.
he
Let me
said
tell you.
essential abolition means
Who doesn't understand?
taking the
Relax.
free
So everybody doesn't understand.
Relax. It
You
we
see-
only need $420 million based on that analysis to abolish it.
Bawumia said
They got
abolishing
1.5 billion. Ask me, what did they do with it?
abolishing the double tracking
Yeah.
means that you are abolishing free HSS. That's what he's saying.
So okay.
That's what Bawumia is saying.
In that case, it means the
This was said
NPP
last week,
has
yeah.
promised to abolish free HSS in 5 years because the deputy education minister said their plan is to abolish double track in 5 years. True or false?
Of course, because
Thank you.
Explanation. Let me explain to you. Because you said that you are going to abolish it 1 year.
Abolish it
You
in
said
5
you are
years.
going to
let him land.
Let me land,
Exactly.
yes. If your minister says you abolish it in 5 years, and Bawumia says abolishing means you are scrapping free HHS, it means the NPP is going to scrap free HHS in 5 years.
Thank you.
So that's why the logic.
No, he's saying that statement.
That's what the logic.
what these people are saying in their manifesto.
What are we
that
saying?
Within 1 year, they will
Yes.
abolish double track.
Yes.
And we are saying that, look, that is
Yes.
not the issue. Double track, even some of the schools, Boku Secondary School, for instance, they have started abolishing the double track due to what? What the government has put in place there.
What?
You
What
understand?
did the government
Yeah, the
put in
government has built so many dormitories and then classroom blocks in Boku Secondary School. And that is a fact. I've got my brother's wife is teaching in Boku Secondary School. She told me this evening that
So,
yes,
so has Boko abolished double track?
yes, they are getting out of it.
They are
because-
getting not out. So don't say
So
they are
that
getting
means
out. They-
we
it
are
is still there.
our plan
It is still there.
by 5 years.
5 years.
By
And
5
we said
years.
we
That,
do it 1 year.
yeah, that is
it's
what we are
only
saying. If we are going to do
$420
it 1 year, then we are going to abolish
No,
that.
no, you see, Kofi,
Yes, you cannot
man
do
doesn't
that within
understand what
1
I'm
year
saying.
because those children that are going to be staying at home, or those who are you going to let him stay at home? Because you cannot build within that 1 year.
Who said that?
You cannot, because
Who
your
said that?
calculation that
We
you
have
are
done it
doing,
before.
it is you have done it
We have done it before.
And
Should I tell you when?
so that is why the children were on the
Should
street.
I tell you when?
Where?
In 2009, when we came in, remember Kufuor?
You see,
had-
no, you
Relax,
see,
let
these
me tell
people-
you.
no, I was on the floor. I was on the
You
floor.
asked the question. Let me
Let him
answer.
land. Let Issa land. Yeah.
You asked me
The
when.
problem
didn't you?
about NDC is this: that they think they are smart, and all the time when the NPP look since 1992, NDC has never come out with a manifesto without NPP coming out first. You've never seen that. So all the time they wait And if MPP bring our manifesto out, then they jump into it, pick some few things, and then they run on their mouth.
Example.
And never ever.
One example.
Yeah, one example is the Free Senior High School. When we started, 2012, even this in 2008, when Nana started this Free Senior High School, my brother sitting here was saying that it is the CPP, and I was just laughing.
You can Google it up.
You are now talking about CPP. You are not talking about yourself.
I'm giving you this. Let's talk about this. Ghana, we loses a lot of money through cybercrime.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of money that we lose is a lot.
Seriously.
You know, seriously, it's a lot of money. Now, I mean, we borrow money as well as a country, whereas we can even have our own money in our own country if we protect this kind of security. And obviously, you're an accountant, you know about these things. What is the way forward around this? I mean, you're the two main political parties.
Yeah,
this has been going on and on all the time.
Yeah, the way forward is what we are doing.
Some people are saying that the reason why we have not been managed to have a solution is that our banking system is set up so that the same people who runs the institutions, banks, you know, senior ministers, all these community leaders have done it in that way to suit themselves, so they can steal money, basically, for the, you know, what can be done.
Moreover, we don't have, you see, my problem about that issue is this, that we don't have exact good database of the country. Look at this.
We have a database there.
Listen, let me learn. Yeah. The database that we have, we
have 2 minutes.
Yeah, we cannot trace people.
Okay.
We cannot trace people. Something like this thing, GPS that we were bringing. Look at how the noise NDC did. You understand? Here, you see it in the UK here, somebody give you, or somebody come and register something, give you the address, you put it in, and then you get the person. You can trace the person. You understand? This cyber crime that is coming in, I remember 2 days ago, one of my friends was telling me, a guy is in Boko, collecting people's money that he's going to enroll them into the Ghana Armed Forces. You understand? And put his dress, everything like he's a military commander.
That's not.
No. Wait. I'm landing
By
there.
the time, 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm landing there. So when they realize that no, this guy was doing something very different, they have to trace the person and find out. No, he's using the computer.
We are losing money through scams and a lot of stuff.
That is part of the scam, isn't it? You know. That is part of the scam.
So what can be done to?
That is what we are saying, that now we have to put a very good database.
Our voters look for these things to make sure that, you know what, if the party that
I
is
think
not
with
address
this one, Kofi, it's really simple. Look, both parties have done something in that sphere. Central Bank, go and look up. Bangladesh Central Bank was hacked. There are many, even central banks are hacked. As for individual banks, the frauds happen all the time. And if you work in the banking industry, you will see that it's one of the daily operational risks that come to the fore. Look, the former Bank of Ghana governor, the last one before the NPP took over, Dr. Nasiru, he initiated procedures on this. And I must thank Addison for continuing them. What they are doing now, Bank of Ghana, is encouraging the local banks to make sure they strengthen their cybersecurity protocol, to make sure that people.
But it's not been done. It's been said over and over.
It is happening.
From
It is happening.
2016, 2017, 2015.
Kofi, on this one, I'm not going to go political on it because this is
it's
a
not
technical
political.
thing.
Yes.
I work in the banking industry and I
Yes.
know what I'm talking about. Even in this country, a lot of banks get hacked. They can't say it because of confidence in it. You, at the moment, if you look at financial crime in terms of cyber, a lot of the sophisticated guys are now heading
Do we
towards
have the necessary skills to deal with
Africans,
it?
and we have a skills deficit in that area. Of course, our central bank as well as other African central banks are coming up. But you see, no disrespect.
So why don't we recruit from abroad and then get the help?
It's a way of doing it. But you see,
how will you play? Our policing are struggling.
You need
you know, the banking staffs are struggling. IT staffs are struggling.
It's a topic in itself. We can go into it next time.
Anyway, thank you very much. We will continue next week. Thank you very much, Mr. Issa Ayuma of MPP, NASDRA coordinator and also senior communicator. Thank you.
Me to go to Nasara today.
And also,
you'll get another time. Don't worry.
And also, Mr. Conrad Thank you very much, Dumba, Mr. Konrad Dumba.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
It was a lovely
We
show.
hope to see you again.
God willing.
Yes.
The
yes.
Keys is a long distance,
Thank
but
you.
yes.
And also, we would like to thank our viewers, all our viewers, for tonight, and we will continue on with the discussion next week. I think next week we have, hopefully, we will have Becky, and also we will have Mr. Bimpe. They've been going on a battle, and we feel that we want to see them live here, you know, rather than on the phone. We want to face them live. So don't go anywhere next week. Make sure you are here. Also, Word Remit is one of our sponsors, and if you have not downloaded, we want you to go on your phone and do it now. Just go on your apps, then put Word Remit, and if you want to transfer any money anywhere in the world, over 193 countries, you know, you can send money anywhere over those countries, and they're very reliable, they're fast, and they're secure. So your money is guaranteed in terms of services. And Cosmet Cocktails as well, they, you know, specialize in cocktails, and also they have add-on they have in terms of catering services. So therefore, if you are doing party or you're doing any special occasion, if you're a business, you know, in terms of your meetings and you want them to, you know, cater for food for you, they'll be able to do it. They also help people if they want to set up their own business. If you want to go into cocktail business, either here, Ghana, anywhere, they'll be able to help you to set up or into franchise. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night, Akusi Anana, and God bless you all. CEO Joe Bedu.